These might be. Oh, I think they might be Enokis. I think I found some. The velvet foot Enoki. Here you go, guys. This is what I was looking for. Coming on out of the woods, and I find it. What's up, everybody? Brian Peacock back once again. Epic Outdoor Adventures here in Brevard, North Carolina. We parked at Lowe's over there. We crossed the street to the walking trail here. This is the Estatoe path. This was the old trading route between the mountains and the settlements of the Cherokee and their town of Estatoe in what was the South Carolina Pass nearby. So we're really close to South Carolina here. We're not far, we're just up the mountain, and we go right down the mountain down to Pickens, South Carolina, and that's where the Indian route went. So all this trail here is all along the main trading routes of the old Cherokee and previous tribes of Indians who lived around this area. This is a public trail, and everybody does park over at the Lowe's here in Brevard in the back section and walk across the street to this trail. This is a really nice trail. It's a really kid-friendly trail, very flat, not a lot of strenuous hiking. It's all paved pretty well with gravel, and there is some like decking that they built back here, which can get a little slippery when it's wet. This trail here runs straight along the Davidson River here in Brevard, and this area right here at this section is where it becomes private waters down here. This is the Davidson River outfitters who run this section of the private stretch of the water. Above this area is all public, and it all starts the Pisgah National Forest. We walk this trail a lot, but we just haven't been here in several months. We haven't walked this trail. It's probably been 6 months or so since we've been over here on this trail. Normally we stay on the other side, and we're doing a lot of fishing and a lot of fly fishing and spin fishing here in the river. This river here is voted the top 10 best trout streams in the country by Trout Unlimited. So this is a desired destination for many anglers all over the world and all over the country. So the reason that we're out here taking a walk today is mushrooms. Got some jelly fungus. I believe they call that witch's butter. I'm not quite positive on that. These jelly funguses are edible as well. Not quite sure of that Latin name, but I'll try to look it up and throw it up here for you. Bam!
Wait, Dad.
some more jelly fungus for you. The orange jelly fungus, it's just coming out right here. We got some just a little bit bigger right in there. Right here along the river, sucking up the humidity and moisture. All mushrooms need humidity and moisture. Very key element to mushroom growth and fruiting. We're looking for some mushrooms and we haven't made it far, but look, I found mushrooms. Come here. Let's see if you guys know these. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's see if you remember now. You've learned these mushrooms before, all right? Come over here. These are nice fresh specimens. Right here. There's the mushroom. Do you know what that mushroom is?
I do not know at all.
You don't remember that one?
No.
Do you remember?
I've seen it before.
Oh my goodness, that's an easy one. That's a really easy one. What's it look like? Here, look at it. A mushroom. This is turkey tail. You knew it. Why didn't you tell me?
No.
You wasn't sure? That's all right. You can say the wrong thing. It's all right to be wrong. All right, this is turkey tail. This is common turkey tail. This is fresh. It's very supple and tender for turkey tail, that is. And it has white, tiny spores underneath. Okay? This tends to get really hard and woody later on in its life, but this is a very medicinal a medicinal mushroom. This has been studied for thousands of years by many different peoples all across the world, but this is a health mushroom. It is great for the immune system. It's good for cancer. It's good for a lot of things, and there's been a lot of studies done on this mushroom. So turkey tail mushroom is our first mushroom we're finding today. We just got in the woods. We didn't even really get far. All right, so it's cold here. It's been freezing at night times, although last night we had a warmer rain come in. I'm talking warmer as far as 34 degrees instead of 32 degrees. What do we got here growing? We got some slime mold or something growing up under here. Don't know what that is offhand, but we'll put it on there anyway. We're gonna move on down. That turkey tail, back to that turkey tail, that grows on just about any tree there is. It grows on all 7 continents of the world. It is a very widespread mushroom, and it's a very common mushroom to find all over the place. I've never been anywhere that I've never been able to find turkey tail. There is a lot of lookalikes and false turkey tails, but I don't believe any of those are poisonous whatsoever, and some of those have health benefits to them as well. So turkey tail, Latin name would be Triomedes versicolor is the Latin name of turkey tail. Yeah, there's that one.
I know what's there.
My pants are waterproof.
Yeah. So this also is a bike trail. Here's a little sign for the bike, and it's the easiest. This is the Estatoe Trail here in Brevard, North Carolina. Great fishing here. I am a guide, fishing guide and a nature guide here in Transylvania County and Jackson County and Henderson counties here in Western North Carolina. So any of you guys are going to be out in this area, and you need some help or you want some advice, please get up with me. I give free advice to everybody. You don't have to pay me to take you out. I can give advice. You need a stick? Get you one. You want one? Get you one. There's there. People leave them there for everybody to use. There you go. You got you a stick.
Hang on.
The Davidson River is one of my favorite rivers to fish here in western North Carolina. It can be a very finicky river. It can be a very tough river. It's very pressured. A lot of people fish it, but it is one of my favorite rivers, and I've caught some of the biggest trout of my life here in this river, and it's just great. Here's some more mushrooms just popping out, and hopefully, no, these aren't what I thought they were. These aren't what I thought they were.
You snapped it.
They're not oysters, so I'm not sure what these are. Thought maybe they were oysters, but they're not oysters. I did find some oysters earlier today, and I will put them up right now in this video, show you those real quick. So that was Pleurotus ostriatus, the oyster mushroom, common oyster mushroom. Look, here's some more turkey tail right here. Turkey tail is a, there it is right here, turkey tail, and it gets its name because it looks like a turkey's tail. And Triamedes versicolor, Latin binomial name is Triamedes versicolor. Triamedes meaning many bands. That's what Triamedes means. Many bands, or 3 bands, tri, but it's meaning many bands. And versicolor meaning many colors. So many bands of many colors is basically what that name is meaning. Here's a little more true to the color that I normally see, with these maroons and tans with this bluish, smoky, grayish, hazy color. But don't let that fool you, because turkey tail can come in a wide variety of colors. So you can't really always go off of just these specific colors. Once again, turkey tail will be snow white on the bottom. That is the shore-tailing tail sign of turkey tail. Snow white, tiny pores, no gills. I'm coming out here today to try to find a specific mushroom that I'm looking for. And I've been looking for this mushroom now since we've had some frosts. This mushroom likes to come out after the frosts, and here's a bunch of mushrooms all over these fallen branches here that they've gathered up after some of the storms. Here is some false turkey tail, I believe. Yeah, this is false turkey tail. And you can see how it's brown underneath, okay? And it doesn't look quite the same, but it almost does look the same. This here is, I believe, regular turkey tail. Yes, this is turkey tail. See, white on the bottom. Here we have, these might be oysters. If this, there's a lot of false turkey tail and turkey tail all over this, all over these trees here. But the one specific mushroom that I am looking for today, that I'm trying to find so I can show you guys, is the enoki mushroom. The enoki or the velvet foot, or the velvet shank is sometimes called, depending on the area that you are from. Where did Austin go? Oh, there he is. He's hiding. I see you up in there. We got to come and look at all these dead. So we got tons of mushroom activity. All right, we are, what, 2 days away from Christmas, right at the end of December, in the middle of winter. Here we have, looks like brickcap mushroom right here, mixed in with some false turkey tail all over this log here. Some old false turkey tail and a new brickcap mushroom. This brickcap here is red brick color on the top. It fades to yellow. Has a white stem at first, but it usually turns to orange. This is a young specimen, and this also could be sulfur tuft. So all right, guys, it's cold out, it's wet, and it is 2 days before Christmas. So come on, buddy. 2 days before Christmas, end of December. We're out here, we're finding all kinds of mushrooms. I found 2 edible mushrooms already, actually 3. There was the jelly slime fungus, the oyster mushrooms, and the brickcap mushrooms we found today. I'm still looking for enoki, trying to come back to make it back here to the poplar trees, because I know enoki likes to grow on poplar a lot. Come on, boys! All right, guys, we made it to the poplar stand. It's just a bunch of poplar trees, and trees can be a little touchy on identifying if you don't know what to look for, especially in the winter time, especially when the leaves aren't out, to be able to tell what the trees are. This here is a poplar tree, and all these other trees around it are poplars. The way to tell, and these are called yellow poplar or tulip poplar because of the flower that forms way up on the tops of the trees. Normally you don't see them on the big trees until they fall to the ground. But the way to tell poplar trees in the wintertime is they're very tall, straight trees. They don't have too much branching until they get way up high. Very straight. The bark is a grayish, and it has a tight groove to the bark, very linear up and down, almost like hickory, but hickory has a little more wider bark grooves in it. So these are poplar trees right here. You can see this. Here's a younger one. I'm looking for enoki. Enoki tends to grow on poplar trees. It can also grow on other trees as well, I believe, but the ones that I've found before have always been on poplar. So I always try to come to the poplar stands and look for the enoki in the winter time after those first freezing days, and we've had quite a bit of freezing temps, so it's not just beginning to be freezing here. So there should be enoki out if you know, we could get lucky enough to just find some false turkey tail down there. There's some other kind of a bracket fungus. Enoki tends to be pretty small, and it grows in clusters, usually always off of wood, dying or decaying. It will grow off of lay down logs. Also, it'll grow on standing trees as well that are dying. Normally they like to grow out of injuries of the tree. Are you okay? You need to turn around and pay attention. You weren't paying attention, that's why you fell. Okay, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is an awesome spot of this river. This is a bend. If you find bends in a river like this, always fish them and fish them good, because fish really love to hang in areas like this. You have a strong hydraulic section on the outside and a low pressure section on the inside. The inside seam over there coming around that bend is usually the hot ticket, and it's also the area that you would want to look in for gold or gems or artifacts or anything else that you're going to be looking in the river. Find these bends and look on the insides of these bends where this low pressure, these slack water areas, and don't forget about looking up on the beach areas, because a lot of this stuff gets moved around when the floods come, not when it's normal floods. So always check up as well in the flooded areas as well. I've found several arrowheads here, and found a few emerald and matrix and things like that. Nothing gem quality though, but yeah, definitely check these inside bends and fish them hard too, because I've caught some monster fish right here in this hole. This is right here at the Sycamore Flats area of the Pisgah Forest. This is the picnic area right over there. I've also found quite a few arrowheads right over there in that picnic area as well. So there's another hiking trail that goes off this way. All right, guys, I found something in here. I don't know what it is. I'm going to try to get them out.
Stop, Dad.
Oh boy, let's see. I don't know. Very hard to tell. A little old. Could be Galerina. It was growing out of this old tree. I was hoping it was enoki, but I don't believe so. All right, guys. That about does it for today. It's getting dark, starting to rain. We got about a half-mile hike back to the car. We found quite a few mushrooms out, still here at the end of December. Freezing cold temperatures, rainy, wet. Mushrooms still thriving. There are edible mushrooms all year long, and I suggest to everybody do your research, learn some of the mushrooms out here, and get out and try to find them yourself. You don't have to eat them, but knowledge is better to have than not. You never know when you're going to be able to use some of it. If you need to use it, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. I like to continually search and practice what I study, and it keeps me in practice of names and what they do, and if they're edible or poisonous and all that stuff. I learned so much that you know, you tend to forget a lot of stuff over time if you don't keep using it. So get out there, explore nature, biology, the ecosystem. It's a wonderful thing. It's amazing how it all works together and the balance of it all. Mushrooms are so important to the ecosystem, to us all. Without fungus, there wouldn't be anything. So it's one of the most important things to have. Here's some on my way out here. What do we got here? Oh, what do we got here? These might be. Oh, I think they might be enokis. I think I found some. the velvet foot enoki. Here you go, guys. This is what I was looking for. Coming on out of the woods, and I find it. Make sure here. Not a brick cat, but yeah, it looks like enoki to me. I normally find it in clusters and little groups, but it could pop out like this as well. Yeah, you see that black stem? That is the blackfoot, the velvet foot, or the velvet shank mushroom, also known as the enoki. This is an edible mushroom, and it grows here in winter time. This looks like it is it might be a poplar tree. If not, it might be an oak. Let me see if I can see. And nah, it's pretty far down. But yeah, right there, that black stem down there at the bottom is what a velvet foot, or the velvet shank, or the black-footed mushroom enoki looks like. All right, guys, so I'm glad we found it on my way out. I happened to see it. I checked this log on my way over, but it was down under the back side, and I didn't see it until I was walking out. So finally found it, what I came here to find. Enoki. I didn't find a big patch of them. Hold on a minute. Thought I saw more down there, but I think that's just leaves. So yeah, right here along the river's edge, and yeah, we have a lot of false turkey tail over there. I don't see any more growing on this log right now. So there you go, guys. This is what is the Latin name for this? And I will put that binomial Latin name up right here. Bam! There it is, the enoki mushroom. Here's some more down here. Let me sit down first before I look. What do we got here? What do we got here? Almost looks like some kind of an oyster, but it is not a Pleurotus ostriatus. Not definite on that one either. So there you go, guys. We found it. Thank goodness. Thought I was gonna do a big blank. That is awesome. I got to check that off of my list to get on the channel. So like I said, get out there and explore your world, man, and learn. Keep the knowledge going up in here, and you'll all be better off for it, I promise. It's also really cool to study stuff like this. At least it is to me. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're over 300 subscribers now. Last I checked, it was around 311. I have like 260, 270 videos in 1 year. I've only had this channel going for 1 year, and I almost did one video per day of the year. So that is a milestone in itself. I said that when I first started this channel that I wanted to do one a week. So I definitely blew that out of the water. That would have been 52 videos, and I have like almost 300 videos. So definitely blew that out of the water there. So this next coming year, plan to post a lot more and try to get one every day almost. If not, do 2 or 3 sometimes in one day as well to make up for them. But I got a lot more info coming for you. A lot of stuff to teach you guys as I learn it as well. I am no professional. I do not have a degree, but I have been studying nature, biology all of my life. Science has been one of my biggest loves as far as just nature in itself. I love the animals, I love the ecosystem, I love the relationships that everything has together, and I just love learning about it. and teaching you guys about it too. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.